let's start from the premise that data is valuable, and people who are on social media, on the internet, who are using their credit cards, data is free-flowing across a lot of borders. So how do we make sure Canadians feel protected? The first way is on the privacy and data. So making sure that Canadians have control over their, on privacy issues and on data flow. That doesn't mean restricting data flows across borders. People need that. But, for example, on deep fakes, one of the proposals, and we're actively looking at these kinds of things, is the right to deletion. Right? And what are the responsibilities? What role would the Office of the Privacy Commissioner play in that role? And how the OPC, the Office of the Privacy Commissioner, here I am already using acronyms, what role will be played there? All this was part of the initial C27, but as we look to update that, that's really important. Also, how do we designate what is sensitive information? And how does that impact children? And then what kind of responsibilities in terms of sharing? So those kinds of issues are going to be delineated as we look towards our legislative agenda. But again, we also can't, then there's things that others have raised that are very difficult. For example, de-indexing or delisting. In other words, I want all my material off of a Google search. Significantly different challenge, right? And that is, there are going to be things that we will not try to bite off.